Now, personally, I think the features in the From Table Arrange Monkey are pretty awesome and can't think why you wouldn't want to use them, but I've been around software development long enough to know that whenever we introduce a new feature to someone, the first response is, great, but how do I turn it off? And you may have your reasons. Maybe you're recording a video or maybe you just don't like the way it works. So I want to make sure that you have that option. Now, before I show you where those are, I just want to review really quickly one small thing around the implementation of the From Table Arrange Monkey. I'm going to press Control T to launch the monkey, and what you can see here is that it shows up with the default table name highlighted in full. And the reason for this is so you can just start typing your new table name right away. So we can go and type in sales, and when you hit enter, it's going to go and commit it immediately. But there is another option that you might want from this. So let's take a look. I'm going to go into Monkey Tools and I'm going to go to the Options Monkey. And in the Options Monkey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move across to the Global Options. And you'll notice that there's a few different options here. This top block is all around the From Table Arrange Monkey. If you'd prefer to use Microsoft's default right-click Get Data from Table Arrange experience, you can check the box here and it'll fall back to that default. If you prefer to use the default Insert Table button for the Insert tab, you can do that too. Just check that box. If you would prefer that I don't override your Control T experience, check the box here. Now, interestingly enough, both Control T and Control L are the shortcuts to create a table and apply the style that you used here. Notice I have overridden Control L to use the default behavior, mainly because I do demos and I still want to be able to call up the old one to show why it's so bad. So I override that, and that's what you can see in this checkbox in this case. If you like the option to include a connection-only query by default, check that box. It'll always be checked for you when you open the form. Now, so the biggest thing is if you want to turn them off, check the boxes. If you want to leave them active, make sure the boxes are clear. Now, the other thing that you'll notice here is that we also have the ability to go in and throw in some custom prefaces. And the whole point behind this is that some people like to preface their table names with TBL or their range names with RNG, for example. I'm going to go and type in a custom preface here of TBL, and I'm going to hit close, and I'm going to show you how the behavior has now changed a little bit on what we're working with. Now remember, I've overridden Control L to use the default. It brings up this dialog. Now, I don't want that, so I'm going to get rid of it. We're going to go back to Control T. This brings up the Monkey Tools version. Notice the difference of what's happening here now. It prefaces it with TBL, which is what I actually described, and then it only highlights the numeric indicator at the end. So I can now go and say this is TBL budgets and start typing right away. I don't have to mouse or arrow to the end in order to get this. This is all about trying to make you just that little bit more efficient as you're building these things. And of course, once I've got it named the way I want, I can now say okay, and away we go. There it is, TBL budgets has now been named properly. If you want to get rid of these things for any reason, all you need to do is go back into Monkey Tools, go back into the Options Monkey, go back to the Global Options, and if you want to get rid of any custom prefaces, just highlight them and click Delete. And you're now back to the point where it will actually give you a full table name that is fully highlighted that you can just replace. It really is just that easy. So the idea here is that you can customize this experience to work exactly the way you need. You can turn it off temporarily or permanently through those checkboxes if you want to go back to the old behavior. But I think you're going to find if you start working with it, it really adds a lot to your game, and you probably won't want to do that unless you've got maybe recording a video or demonstrating something to somebody else to show the default behavior. Anyway, I hope you find that useful. Thanks for watching this episode of Using Monkey Tools. To get your own monkey, visit our website at monkeytools.ca. Or if you subscribe to Skillwave's Self-Service Business Intelligence Academy, you'll get a free annual pro license included with your subscription. And remember, Monkey Tools was developed to support better Excel and Power BI solutions. If you want to learn how to really master these tools, you should definitely check out our full course catalog at skillwave.training.